Alright, ready, steady, actually, let's do this! Hello, and welcome to Tipsy Book Talks. My name's Raeanne, and today we're going to be doing a vlog. So, as Taylor and I have actually decided, since we're both in quarantine right now and we're on two opposite sides of California, we were gonna go ahead and vlog our experiences reading in January. Taylor's vlog is already up and can be found here, or I'll put it in the description as well. But I took my time, spent it wisely doing various tasks, as you will see, and I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. So please feel free to watch. At the end of this, I'm gonna have my final say on this book. Enjoy. It's dark outside, I'm cold, and I'm very tired. Good morning. Apron on. I tied it like really tight, so now it just looks like I feel like a small child because it's so high, but I'm also like Anyway, we're gonna make some cookies. So I'm gonna show you guys all the stuff. Got some mixing bowls for dry ingredients, and then Heath bar to put somewhere so that I can put it off to the side. My little processor to crush up all the Heath bar, my fancy mixer, which I love, and all of the ingredients. And here's the finished product. So basically what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna pop it in there. There we go, we have made room. So goodbye cookie dough, see you in an hour. Hello, a little different. Just wanted to show you a bit of choice. I'm gonna heat up some bacon. I have my little Achy Bites my girlfriend made me, some bacon, and these massive oranges for today's video. Okay, so really quick, Katie and her mom and I are here, and we're gonna go shopping around for some seeds. So I'm gonna just show you guys what we're doing, what we're looking at, what I like. Got some voluptuous hair today. Tame and control really quick. Tame Lynn. But I have made progress. Obviously you can see all the bookmarks that I have left are up front, but we are over here at this blue bookmark. I started getting to the juicy bits. Oh my gosh. So we get to Calhoun, whatever the this ritual is called, right? My insta thought, because like I know this book and I know what it entails, is I was like, things could get crazy. Anyway, yeah, totally guessed it, totally knew it was gonna happen. I didn't like that Feyre was so blinded to everything for so long, because I was like, okay, we all know what's gonna happen here, like, it's kind of been set up. Okay, thank God, we know. Also, Lucien, I love his character. I love that Lucien kind of like had to be the one to tell her, because I'm like, thank you, somebody give me some heads up, because I hate being in the dark about these things, because half the time I do feel like I'm in the dark with these things. I am a huge fan of the like flirty banter that goes on between Tamlin and Feyre. Right now, I'm very excited with their new start of the relationship. I love seeing them kind of like, I love seeing this like relationship blossom. It's a good time. It's starting to get to the fun point, and it's been really hard getting up to this point, because I'm like, okay, like, I get it. It's a retelling of it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and like, this is all fun and games, but like, come on, give me something good. 10 years later, and I have finally finished this book. Reading this was such a blast, and it was so hard to jump into because of the fact that everyone was telling me either I'll hate it or I'll love it, and whether this is the book for me or this is not going to be anything that I even thought it would be. So it's been a journey figuring this out. But before I go into it, this recipe was actually gifted to me by the lovely Morgan Martinez, who was so fired up that I told her I was reading this. She gave me a list of drinks for each character. This is my rendition, because I didn't have some of the stuff that I needed, of her Feyre drink, which is basically a blood orange margarita. And I get the blood because of Feyre, the huntress, makes sense. I didn't have a blood orange. I do have an entire orange tree in the backyard, so I just used orange juice. But it's jalapeno tequila, because she's spicy, some triple sec, lime, and it's supposed to be blood orange, but I just did orange juice. So cheers, everybody. Ooh. That's really interesting, because I thought the jalapeno was going to be like spicy. Barely tasted in the background. And that's really good. Okay, I see you. I have a lot of feelings on this book, and I didn't think that I would. So, to set the scene, I was kind of more or less instructed by Taylor to read this book and, you know, figure out my feelings. I have read books about like fairies and like witch lore and all of that fun stuff, like the magical realm, I think is very interesting, but I'm not like, fae life isn't really my life. Or I should say like wasn't, because I, spoiler alert, fell in love at the very end of this. My entire journey with this book went from like highs to lows to what to okay to just everything in between. And basically, I feel like I definitely need another drink before I start getting into this guy. Wow, this seems oddly familiar to Beauty and the Beast. And I talked to friends, and no duh, Raeanne, that's exactly what it was kind of based after. So I was like, oh, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. Which I am a humongous fan of Beauty and the Beast. I actually know every single word to the cartoon. I used to play pretend that I was Belle. To every extent, it's really embarrassing. But with that being said, I was so much more intrigued. I kind of went into this with a very curious take, because I didn't know if I was gonna like this or not. And my high moment when Feyre comes out of hiding from her room, and she goes into the kitchen, she stuffs her face, and she happens to run into Tamlin walking back to her room, and that whole scene unfolds. I have never felt more like this character, and the entire time reading was not, I was never like, oh my gosh, I'm totally a Feyre. Like, I'm a huntress and like sick hell. Never. Like, the entire time I was like, oh, this girl's cool. Like, she's really cool. The entire time, all I really thought was, I'm an Elaine. I'm that girl that picks flowers and is just like, Anyway, it wasn't until that scene that I was like, ooh, wait, no, maybe I am a Feyre. And it wasn't until the very end that I was like, well, when the whole Rhysand thing kind of started unfolding, that I realized, even in books, I tend to have a type. And Rhysand is that. Although, I just want to say, Lucien is my absolute favorite. He is me in the situations of Tamlin and Feyre. Every single time they have a super kind of like romantic-y, sensual moment, I'm like, I shouldn't be reading this right now. This is private and intimate, and I am the third wheel. And then Lucien does something in that moment, and I'm like, oh, thank God. This is amazing. I love him. I love his just whole character. And I really can't wait to see where his character goes. He was the first one I fell in love with, not romantically, just platonically. I'm like, bro, I fucking feel you on this. And then, you know, just Tamlin being Tamlin. He has to be that knight in shining armor, and I am all for that. You go, dude, but that is not my forte. So him and Feyre, I was like, they're cute. I love them. I can't wait to see their love unfold. This is so romantic. And of course, she's got to go through the trial and errors, which Alaskan bullworm. All I'm gonna say. Others who have read the book will know, or not, but just, you know, clue you in. Amarantha, trials, Alaskan bullworm. That's all I gotta say. And then Rhysand, I spoiled a little bit of it, and I looked up fan art, and of course there's Tamlin and Feyre fan art, and I'm like, oh, so cute. And then I saw Rhysand and Feyre, and I was like, what? And then when he smoothly walks in his kind of like, I think it's the Flynn Rider charm mixed with the like dark, as you know, my girlfriend tends to be, called this like hardcore exterior with like a fluffy inside, and that's Rhysand is basically my girlfriend. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense now why I'm so like, oh, yeah. I definitely am just kind of like a huge fangirl for that, even though I'm like, okay, Feyre, which way you going? I'm so interested, and I already have A Court of Mist and Fury over in the corner, which I keep looking at because I keep thinking about, I get to read the next one right now. But yes, if I could give this book a rating, I would probably give it a 4.5. Mostly half a star is taken off because my girl Feyre, she's got a fucking bomb-ass drink, she's a bomb-ass person, but her decisions on love are kind of ruining things for me because I know, bottom line is, I know that Rhysand and her get together, and I cannot wait to see how this goes. That stare that Raeanne gives Feyre at the end of the book makes me believe that he sees something dark in her, and I'm very interested to see if that is the case. Oddly enough, I know Amarantha's dead, but I have a feeling that she's going to come back somehow. And it might not happen, and I think that's the last of her, but like, I don't know. Too many stories have set it up where the villain dies, but like, she's not dead. Oh, I'm so anxious to see how this story unfolds because, you know, Taylor and I talk almost every day, and today she was telling me about how it kind of like gets darker for Feyre, and I know she's coping with shit. I get it, she did a lot. But like, in reality, girl, like, don't beat yourself up too much. You did it for love. And that's why. I need to know what happens with her and Raeanne, because if she did all this for love, and now Raeanne's in the picture, and she's like, well, which, like, fair enough, dude. Like, I totally understand. But, like, girl, figure your shit out. Ugh. Okay, that is my review, more or less, me just bantering on about my thoughts, but go ahead and watch Taylor's vlog if you haven't already, and can't wait to see you guys for the next video. Cheers, everybody.